All right, if you are in the marketplace for a new Dustbuster, do they still use that term? That is pretty powerful and really gets the job done. Hopefully this video can help you out. We're going to be reviewing this today. Super inexpensive, lightweight, and of course it can travel around with you. Comes with a filter and rechargeable battery. You just plug it in like that and let it charge up. There will be some LED lights. We'll get that booted up for you here. It does come with a couple of attachments as well. I actually got this for my wife for a Christmas gift, thinking it would basically an excuse to like have it in the house, right? And she was like, "Seriously, you got me a Dustbuster? What am I going to do with that?" And by the way, way to perpetuate the stereotype, right? So I was feeling pretty guilty, but ultimately she ends up liking it, and I probably use it a little bit more than her. This is my little buddy here, and oh, by the way, click that like button and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to share with friends or family if you think they might benefit. But my little buddy Omi, the dog here, is going to help us out today. We're going to get it charged up and take it through some different scenarios. Here's another look at it. Pretty sexy looking. We're going to take it apart here in a minute as well. Let's take a look at the inside. Obviously, this has been used, but it's got like a one-way flap. And once that button is pressed and it starts to suck things up into it, it does not go back out, obviously, right? So if you tip it upside down, for example, things won't fall out. And you can see things swirling around in there. Pretty simple, sleek design. Got an LED light built in, which is a nice feature if you're vacuuming corners under refrigerators. And we're going to, again, boot that up. But let's take the nose off it, so to speak. And I'm doing this with one hand, so everything fits really well. There's nothing cheap about it at all, despite its price point, which was, I think, around 40 bucks, I want to say. And I will put links down below for this one and other recommended Dustbusters, again, if they still use that term. Reminds me of like the 80s when I was a kid. Growing up, my mom was like, "Where's the Dustbuster? Get the Dustbuster out," right? Anyway, we've got a filter. It goes into this little housing unit, and you clean that off after each use. And you'll see things accumulate around the filter. And read the instruction manual. For example, we're not getting it wet and washing it. We're just dusting it off with a brush and then putting it back in there. Here's a look at the motor kind of at the inside, the fan unit as it spins. And the top just kind of reattaches like that, sliding the bottom in first, and then it kind of clicks at the top part. So we'll take it through some scenarios now. You know, this is great for like kids when they're eating a snack or something and there's crumbs on the floor. Now something large like that obviously won't, there's limits to what it can suck up. Like a big piece of crumpled up paper. No, not going to happen. But it does have this little attachment, and this is handy for getting up into your air return, your vents there that will accumulate dust as it, sucks air into your HVAC unit. So that's a nice thing. It also has a separate attachment that's a little skinnier, so you can reach back underneath the fridge, for example, get some of those dust bunnies out, or crumbs, or whatever else is kind of back there. Also good for the toe kicks on where the toe kick kind of meets the floor, right? There's lots of crumbs that accumulate, and we've got a RoboVac as well. But to get that, we keep it in the basement. To get it up, turn it on, let it go and do its thing. Plus this one has a little extra reach, like you can see the RoboVac can't quite get back into the corner there. And this one has its limitations too. For example, it's not like a shop vac where you can put a huge skinny attachment on it and then go all the way back. You have to, bring out the fridge if you need to. But it sucks up soil pretty well. Just put a little of a plant soil. And this is my little buddy here, as I mentioned earlier. He's going to be helping us out. So we kind of give him a DIY haircut. And we're not going to be sucking up all this hair, heavens no. But we're going to contain most of it. But then all the little floater hairs, and you can see it kind of, there's some air circulation around the unit. So it produces quite a bit of power. It actually blows things around a little bit. So be careful where you're kind of aiming it. But it certainly does well with getting like dog hair off of the floor and off of your clothes if you happen to be DIY clipping your dog. So, and he'll be a little itchy, so he gets a bone afterwards. And guess what? That dog bone gets crumpled up and put into the fibers of the carpet. So I'm going to take this and kind of get that, and certainly it gets the job done. What more can I say? So this is highly recommended and something that we own. So It's going to be hopefully with us for quite some time, and we recharge the battery once it's done, and it's as simple as that. So hopefully this helps you out. Thanks.